My name is Boogaart. I'm co-owner of a design agency located in Breda. I'm a member of City of Engineers, also a member of the board. Two other board members are here, Boogaart, who is our secretary, and the chef, our former chairman. Everyone knows him as the chairman, but he's the former chairman. He likes that. But they will help me along this presentation. Here as well, 4 other members here from different expertise. City of Engineers was founded about 4 years ago. This was on the stage when all the launching members and board members and partners of the local government, representatives of our businesses in Breda, when we together launched City of Engineers, which was a result or an outcoming of a European project, the Invicta project, about visual design. We were founded with the financial aid of the local government. They subsidized the first 2 years getting the association started. In our city we have a lot of creative education schools for arts, digital arts, communication, multimedia design. There's some great festivals. We have about, at this time, 7,000 people working in the creative industry. 4 years ago it was about 5,000. A lot of students and about 350 companies working or calling themselves a creative agency. At this time we have about 100 members. When we launched the association, we started with this launching video, which I would like to show.
Vernieuwing begint bij creativiteit. We ontdekken steeds nieuwe creatieve ondernemers. Als we de krachten nu bundelen, dan kunnen we een fantastische business maken.
We moeten naar buiten. We moeten laten zien wie we zijn.
De gemeente Breda ziet kansen voor de stad en steunt het initiatief graag.
Als stad hebben we alles in huis. Evenementen, musea, onderwijs en bedrijven. Ja, mensen weten dat niet, maar het gebeurt hier echt, het leeft.
We kunnen er niet omheen. Dit hoort bij Breda, dit is Breda.
Als het lukt om bij elkaar te komen, kunnen we samen de creatieve industrie in Breda laten floreren.
Die Bredaanse beeldindustrie die bestaat gewoon echt. Je voelt de energie, je voelt de mogelijkheden. Als je die mensen kunt verbinden, dan kun je die beeldindustrie echt naar een hoger niveau tillen.
Onze sector moet sterk en veerkrachtig worden. Dat is belangrijk. Met wat ik allemaal heb gezien en ken, kwalitatief kunnen wij bij de beste van Nederland horen. Nu hebben we daar een team en de middelen voor. Samen kunnen we het maken. Als creatieve ondernemer wil je hierbij horen.
So that's where it started. It was our reason to be, still very valid. We started with a lot of ambition, a lot of goals, and when we went along, we found out, well, we had some learnings, some insights, we had some successes. I think a lot of young companies grew their business because of City of Engineers, because they got into a network of generalistic, larger companies that were hired by them. They got in discussion or got business from organizations or regional development agencies that they wouldn't have if they were there on their own. We have a lot of freelancers collaborating together and forming flexible agencies for big assignments. We have bigger agencies who hire specialists. So connecting and inspiring is something that really worked. What made it hard the last couple of years, there we go, is the first 2 years there was money because we had subsidy. After 2 years that stopped, but we still had the ambition which fitted with the budget we had, but it wasn't the budget that we still have because we're a member association. Members pay €250 per year, so times 100 members, that's not a whole lot of money. And we have a board of volunteers, they run their own company in free time, we run the association. So when we came along last year, we decided we have to refine our vision because our ambition is maybe a little too high. We can't meet all the expectations of the members and all our partners. So I'll tell you a little about how we refined our vision, and that's paying off pretty well last half year. I'll tell you a little about the program as we programmed it for this year. I hope this will give some insight and we'll get some discussion about that later on. We went back to the basis. Why are we there? Because after a couple of years, everything that involves creativity or the cultural sector or city making, everything, everybody called City of Imagineers, but we couldn't always answer it adequately. So we said, at the end, we're there for our members, which are creative entrepreneurs who want, and what we want to do is to make a stronger industry. And that's the basis of everything. And as we see in the Netherlands, and that's everywhere in Europe, there are big transitions going on, whether it's in health or energy or related industry, logistics, everywhere there are big transitions going on. And we believe that creativity is the key to innovation. And we have members that are very diverse. Some of them are really in the front of the innovation cycle, concept makers or product designers. We also have a lot of people who bring it to the market as graphic designers, storytellers, online digital agencies. So we are now with a very broad diversification in our association. And we find out that a lot of business find it very difficult to understand the creative industry. Because they call an advertising agency, but they need a digital agency, or they call an animation studio and they need a video. So we try to be the guide for external partners to lead them the way in the creative industry. So we believe that the logo we made, the key, is a very strong icon for what we like to be. What are we aiming for? More quality in our industry. We believe if you put competitors and complementary partners together, quality will increase. We want to be more recognized because a lot of people think creative industry are people who are making pictures and drawing and are very creative and doing funny stuff. We believe it's meaningful and we bring business. And that's also want to be more meaningful because also in a lot of social issues we think creativity can be the answer. And there's a lot to do about artificial intelligence or robotism. We believe creativity is still needed and we have a big concentrated part of that in our city and region. We also believe there's a big value of creativity. I think in the Dutch version it says creativity is worth as in gold. A lot of people think that if they invite us to think along, to have a brainstorm, that should be free because maybe it brings business. But if you're in front of the innovation cycle, brainstorming is your business model. And brainstorming in the end or a good execution, it's all worth a whole lot of money. So we also try to educate our partners, like creativity is not for free. We can do hackathons, we can do everything with students. There's a lot of things for free, but the creative industry exists because we also make money and bring value. What we try to do is within our members connecting each other. 100 members, you would think they would know each other. About 1,000 people and a lot of people not members but still welcome to our events. We think we have a role in connecting and inspiring, not only for the members but also for outside partners. We also believe that the city is our playground. In a lot of cities, the creative sector is concentrated at one spot. In a lot of Dutch cities, it's also like that. If you look at the structure of our city, the creative industry is really everywhere. We believe that the city should be our playground. We also had a lot of discussion about Imagineering. You said it's a really cool name, City of Imagineers. A lot of members said, I don't recognize myself because I'm just a graphic designer. What am I? Imagineering. It's of course a contradiction of imagine and engineering. But we believe as the total, as the association, it should be Imagineering what we do. And City of Imagineering, it has some brand power, so we don't want to leave it. But there's a lot of discussion within the association, all the entrepreneurs are like, it's not a good name, it should be the Association of the Creative Industry, or creativity as a whole. So we chose for that. And what we also did, and I think Chef did a lot of effort in that last 4 years, is all kicking open doors and telling about the value of creativity. And we found out that it became time, instead of preaching how good we are, we should do things. So everything we do this year is really focused on action and not about claiming how good we are. Another thing is, we had some problems that our local government didn't support us financially anymore because we think there's a bigger interest for the city. But at the end, we're all entrepreneurs, and if you believe in it, we invest in it. And if you believe it's too big for us, we find partners. And if you don't find partners, then probably it's not a good idea. So that's how we think now. We're an association of entrepreneurs, and we're looking for partners. But if they're not there, we do it ourselves. Then again, we also got some feedback from members. We don't understand the program. We're doing so many things, and what's interesting for me, we kind of try to structure our program through the Hero Hub hygiene model, which was invented by YouTube. I think all the content marketers and video marketers know that. It's used for content marketing, but we also used it for our programming. We have like 3. Who's acquainted with this model? Okay, I'll explain it. A lot of people aren't. Like hygiene is your content that's always on. So if somebody looks for our members, it should be listed on our website, and you should be able to find us. We have some endorsement. Every member should be proud of our membership and endorse all their communications by our logo. So a lot of other hygiene things, like we have to have a member meeting and we do some social things, but it's really hygiene to have an association. Our hub content is program content with a recognizable format, which we try to do several times a year. And we try to partner up with other parties so that we don't have all the organization for ourselves. So we always find a partner, and we only do it if there's a task force of members who really want to put energy in it to get it alive. And we have some hero content that's really like you should know us of if you're in our region. That's the chemistry meetings. We try to do that 3 or 4 times per year. Where we try to blend with other sectors, with government, with big companies, also with the knowledge institutions and the regional development agencies, and really try to find chemistry with other sectors. I'll give you some examples later. And we have Imagineers by Night, where we open up our doors for students, talent, whatever. Questions about the model? Yeah? I'll continue. I have some examples about the chemistry meeting. Last year we did a meeting organized by Chef with 10 entrepreneurs who are in the bio-based industry. They're making new business out of waste from agri-food production. We try to blend that with the creative sector, just to get to know each other and see what happens. I think Chef can mention a nice example of a furniture maker, a designer, your company, and one of the entrepreneurs. Maybe you can tell a little about it.
We try to blend some entrepreneurs with the material, with the Dutch designer, and the distribution, the commerce side of it. And it's now a new product where we aim for a new way of constructing a chair and a table. That's not new, but the way we want to produce it and to connect other businesses onto that table and that chair, that's what drives the business. And they didn't come along with the commerce, this kind of entrepreneurs in the bio-based economy, and we will present it at the Dubai World Exhibition in 2020. Then we go big in once in one time. One go. We can spread this table and chair as some new promise how to make furniture and say adieu to the plastic chair. Chelsea as a whole. And we have already committed 2 other Dutch designers to look at the material and make the next line. And so it is a nice outcome of a small blend, small event of 2 sectors who don't speak with each other. And it was a nice platform.
But it really started off with one afternoon, 10 entrepreneurs in the bio-based business, 15 designers, creative agencies. That's one of the examples that came out. That's also what I'm trying to do here, I guess. Something else, there's a big festival in Breda, Breda Photo, a big international festival, where we did also a blend with cooperation with local government, with Brabant District of Creativity, which is of the province, with the government, and some big entrepreneurs, and our creative members were the leader or the guide for small groups to go through the festival and talk about, okay, what you see at the exposition, what does it mean for your business, can we translate that? And that also gave a nice blend. It was very active on the bicycle, of course, Holland. This is the former prison of the city. There was a big video wall installation, which was really impressive because most of us don't go in prisons a lot. But then this creative installation is really nice. There's some people I can tell I know you from prison. Always nice. Some more pictures. It's an outside, inside festival throughout the city for it lasts a month, I believe, every 2 years. This year it's Graphic Matters. One year it's Breda Photo, based on photo. This year it's Graphic Matters, more based at graphic design and information design this year. A couple of weeks ago, only 2 weeks ago, I think, we had Playgrounds, which is a big digital arts festival where we try to blend with the same group, different people, the same group, looking at what can animation, digital arts do for your business. Very nice. Another thing we tried last year for the first time is Ignatius by Night. We have a lot of members who have their offices in the city center. They all opened their doors, tried to do something nice. We asked all the higher education schools, can you send out your students? They were very enthusiastic and they said to the students, if you go there you get extra points on your curriculum. So I think there were 500 students wandering around in the city. That attracted other people. It was the first tryout. This year we do it again, but then bigger, more members, more students, and we also try to attract all the entrepreneurs from the city. This was the poster of last year, and some atmospheric pictures.
A lot of beer.
A lot of beer. Yeah, that's always brings us together in this city. Great up here. I don't know how it is in Canterbury. Another thing we do is every Wednesday morning we have the creative coffee, and once a month we program the creative coffee, the creative cooking, which is someone can come and tell a story and find collaboration or picture assignment or tell about a new trend, or we have a lawyer who's telling about intellectual property. It's for everyone. You don't have to be a member, but it's a kind of meeting place for creative people in the city, and we use it as a kind of sales funnel to get people into our association, which works out really well. And if it's sunny outside, we sit outside, of course. This is one of the councillors of our city who was presenting the city marketing policy for the next coming years. You see a lot of people come there because I think he might have an assignment for us. We're also trying to, and this is really in the early stage, to get an online platform for everything what's happening in the creative and cultural sector in Breda. It isn't there. We think that the city and city marketing has a really big interest in it. We try to pull them and get them enthusiastic. That's not really easy. Chet is one of the initiators of this, and this will be a long way to go because you really need money, effort, and a long-term vision to get this. Well, international business exchange, that's what we're doing right here together with Invicta. 2 minutes left, I hear. So last year we were all together in Ghent, some of you I met there. We were in Eindhoven, Dutch Design Week, you were there as well. together with a local bank, a Rabobank, big national bank. We also have an education program for creative people who don't have a business education to learn more about business, together with other entrepreneurs. So it's also a blended kind of networking possibility. It's night evenings, Tuesday evening, you learn everything about finance, marketing, whatever. Imagine it's inspired. It's a kind of talk show, pub quiz, something we're trying to get off this year. Trying to form a network together with education institutions about young creators, young creative entrepreneurs and students who are almost finished, bring them together with big agencies. And what we always end with is brilliant. It's now a little too early, but it always works.
Thank you. Give it up.